Hey everyone, my name's Jessica. I'm a realtor with Living in Lower Alabama, EXP. Today I'm taking you on a tour of Baldwin County neighborhoods where your dream home can still cost less than $300,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. Southern coastal living for an affordable price. Let's go explore cozy small towns, family-friendly communities, and even up-and-coming cities. Whether you're a retiree, a young family, or a first-time home buyer, there's something here for you. 10 years ago, my husband Tony and I moved here, and all these houses we see here today selling for around $300,000, they were half the price. Can you believe that? It definitely always has us wishing we had bought even sooner, but what can you do? All right, y'all, let's talk about the tidal wave of people moving to Baldwin County and why homes are still so affordable. I know y'all might be wondering, if homes are cheaper, is that really a good place to live? Is it even safe? Baldwin County has seen nearly a 27% population jump from 2010 to 2020. That's one of the fastest growth rates in all of Alabama. Towns like Foley, Daphne, Gulf Shores, Spanish Fort, Fairhope, these are among the state's top growing cities. Now, fast forward to now, 2025, and the county is projected to hit around 300,000 residents by 2030. And that's driven almost entirely by people that are moving here, not just babies being born, although there are a lot of those. Alabama and Baldwin County in particular benefit from a ripple of affordability. Land and construction costs are lower than they are in many other parts of the United States, and median home prices hover well under national averages, keeping that $300,000 and below dream alive. I'm not kidding. Just today, we got a couple under contract who sold their home in Missouri for $199,000. Beautiful home in the Lake Forest neighborhood in Daphne, move-in ready. Property taxes here are among the lowest in the country, and your Social Security isn't taxed, so that's a huge perk for retirees. We want y'all to keep as much money in your pockets as possible, especially with all this inflation we're facing right now. And it's not just retirees finding their way here. New industries are too, like Novelis' $2.5 billion aluminum mill in Bay Minette, and other developments are bringing in hundreds of jobs. That draws working families and boosts housing demand in ways that keep development moving and prices competitive. Okay, and you know I had to mention this. Living here means you get all the perks of beach town living, sun, sand, festivals, golf, and that neighborly small town feel without the over-the-top price tag. And just to be clear, you'll see plenty of homes here priced at $500,000 as well as well over $1 million, but this video is focused on buyers searching for something at $300,000 and less. I mentioned safety earlier, and I can say Baldwin County feels safe and wholesome, and I believe it's because of the community culture and the slower pace of life. Most places here still have that small town feel where people know their neighbors. People are pretty active in schools, churches, as well as community events, and that sense of involvement, in my opinion, naturally creates more accountability as well as watchfulness. County also has a strong law enforcement presence with well-staffed sheriffs and police departments across its municipalities, which keeps response times low and visibility high. Most communities here are residential or country rather than industrial or heavily urbanized, which tends to reduce certain types of crime. And if I'm being honest, in all the years my family has lived here, we've never felt unsafe. A lot of people carry guns here because, well, you just never know. And also because we can. That's our constitutional and God-given right. Still, I've never personally seen anyone have to draw their gun, but I do feel safe knowing people carry in case something were to happen. All right, now let's talk about the towns and neighborhoods where you can still find homes under $300,000. We've helped so many families and retirees make their move here, and their reasons are all over the map. Some are starting fresh and want something modest so they're not stretched too thin. Others are selling homes in places like Colorado or California or Illinois. They're buying here in cash, and they're still walking away with enough money left over to pad their savings or finally buy that boat they've been dreaming about for years. So let's talk. Starting with a fan favorite of the Eastern Shore, and that's Fairhope. It's known for its artsy historic charm. It was once known as a utopian artist colony, and now it feels like a beloved boutique resort community. Downtown feels like you step back in a time. Even the way people dress here feels southern and almost vintage-like. The shops, the restaurants, boutiques, they are truly captivating, and they instantly make you want to belong to this desirable community. The city displays its floral heritage around every corner. When I say this town is vibrant, I'm not exaggerating. The city's love for flowers is evident in its rose gardens and displays year-round. Just look at the big Fairhope clock made out of, you guessed it, its flowers. Fairhope has a lot to offer and certainly is ideal for retirees and creative souls who want culture and galleries. and a walkable downtown, yet still budget friendly. As for families with school-age children, they love it here too because of the top-rated schools. I'll quickly share my personal testimony about Fairhope, and it's that moving here completely changed my family's quality of life for the better. My husband and I love raising our kids here because of the wholesome environment and the strong faith-based influences my kids encounter every single day in school and throughout their activities. And it's not just in Fairhope. I've lived in Daphne. I've seen it in Spanish Fort. I've even seen it in Mobile. Fairhope is just a town where its residents truly cherish and work hard to preserve it. That pride is so evident. Even my children notice it and they appreciate it. My 17-year-old has already told us that she plans to live here forever. To me, that speaks volumes about what this community means, not just to adults, but to the next generation. Fairhope sits on the eastern shore of Mobile Bay, offering stunning bayfront views and easy access to coastal recreational opportunities. The iconic Fairhope Municipal Pier spans over 1,400 feet. It is a beloved community gathering spot, ideal for scenic strolls, fishing, and watching amazing sunsets. So with all that being said, are there really homes in Fairhope for under $300,000? It seems almost hard to believe that there could be any. And the answer is yes. You can still buy a home in Fairhope for under $300,000. These homes come in a variety of styles, sizes, and neighborhoods, but they all offer a fantastic entry point into this community. Most of these homes in this price point will range between 1,100 to 1,600 square feet. Think cozy layouts, ideal for first-time homebuyers or downsizers. Expect homes located in peaceful, well-kept neighborhoods, not sprawling developments. These pockets of homes tend to offer a sense of history and charm, leafy streets, and a neighborhood feel. Off the top of my head, established neighborhoods like River Oaks, or if you want brand new gold fortified for those insurance savings and low rates, you have Cottonwood Estates. So if you thought Fairhope was completely out of reach, think again. You've got options and nothing is standing in your way of becoming a Fairhoper if that has been a dream of yours. Now let's move over to Daphne, lovingly known as the Jubilee City, home of the most beautiful sunsets and also popular due to its family-friendly atmosphere, highly rated schools, and safe neighborhoods. Daphne sits on the eastern shore of Mobile Bay, so you get bayfront sunsets, boating, and fishing without living in a packed beach tourist town. You're 50 minutes from Gulf Shores or Orange Beach and only minutes from Mobile, which means you can enjoy the coast and city life without either of those things dominating your daily routine. Combine all that with affordable priced homes and you've got yourself a recipe for one of Alabama's most desirable small towns to call home. There's really no shortage right now when it comes to finding a home in Daphne under $300,000. Bay Branch, Overton, Lake Forest, Plantation Hill, even historic Malbis is where you can find homes that are priced below $300,000, and I'm truly only scratching the surface. In addition to having top-rated schools, Daphne, Alabama offers scenic beauty around every corner and an abundance of affordable priced homes. You're close to all the action, shopping, movies, bowling, and more, yet you're still in safe, welcoming neighborhoods. The best part, many homes are gold fortified or they have fortified roofs, which can save you big on your annual homeowner's insurance while giving you peace of mind. Okay, next let's talk about Spanish Fort, the final piece of what we call the Eastern Shore. You'll hear this all the time when people talk about Spanish Fort, Daphne, and Fairhope, is that they're all about the same distance from the beaches, airports, and shopping. They also share the perk of having highly rated schools. In the end, choosing between the three comes down to personal preference and which one truly feels like home to you. Now, in my opinion, once you get north of I-10 in Spanish Fort, it starts to feel a little more wooded with tall pine trees lining roads and a greater sense of privacy, if you will. Homes and neighborhoods are more spread out, and in the evenings, it has this calm, tucked away feel. It feels quiet and peaceful, but you're still connected to everything you need. And like all of Baldwin County, Spanish Fort is experiencing growth, including new developments with lots of gold fortified homes that will keep your insurance costs down. In fact, many will cut your payment by almost 50%. There are so many established communities here with homes below the $300,000 threshold, like High Point Place, Stonebrook. Wilson Heights is a good one because there's no HOA and you can get a larger lot, close to like a half an acre. If you're not opposed to an older home and you're not worried about it being gold fortified, you can definitely find a larger lot here with no HOA, allowing you freedom to have your chickens or park your boat on your property. That's a big appeal and draw to Spanish Fort for so many people moving here. When I think Spanish Fort, I picture peaceful wooded streets with just a little more of a tucked away feel compared to Daphne and Fairhope. It still has that off the beaten path charm, but don't let that fool you. Spanish Fort is incredibly convenient. You've got easy access to everything you need, including the Eastern Shore Shopping Center, which is an outdoor shopping mall in Spanish Fort. They have Belk, Dillard's, Barnes& and Noble, and plenty of dining spots, and it's all in one spot. We recently helped a family buy their home in the Stonebridge community, and they couldn't be happier. They have 2 school-age kids, and so they love that the neighborhood is very family-focused with sidewalks for bike rides. It's golf cart friendly, and there's also a community pool where everyone gathers, and the kids have already made like instant friends. So when they start school this week, they've already got built-in friends. Stonebridge is not only one of the most popular neighborhoods in Spanish Fort, but also one of the largest in Baldwin County, offering that perfect blend of convenience, community, and a safe, welcoming environment to raise children. Summerrest is still growing, and you can find brand new homes starting in the low $300,000 range, around $325,000. With the builder's awesome rate incentives, your monthly payment could be comparable to what you'd expect on, say, a $250 to $275 home, because the lower interest rate really helps keep your payments down. So if you're looking for something new, gold fortified, and within the monthly budget you typically associate with a $300,000 price point, don't skip over Stonebridge. Call us and we can walk you through the numbers, and you might be pleasantly surprised to see just how affordable brand new homes can be in Spanish Fort. All right, now let's go a little bit north of Spanish Fort and talk about Bay Minette. We know Baldwin County is growing. Well, Bay Minette is getting in on the action too. This very quiet city is on the verge of significant growth, driven by a mix of major industrial investments, infrastructure improvements, and downtown revitalization. I'm really excited to see this area get a facelift, and leading the charge with it is Novelis. I mentioned this company earlier. They're the ones that are building a $4.1 billion low-carbon aluminum mill, and it's set to create about 1,000 jobs with average salaries around $65,000 by late 2026. Supporting this expansion, the U.S. Department of Commerce awarded a $2.5 million grant matched with a $3.9 million local grant to upgrade water infrastructure. And we love to hear that, because it's no secret that there are some problems with water in Baldwin County. But that's a conversation for a different day or a different video, or go ahead and Google it and fall into that rabbit hole. Now, Bay Minette's downtown is also being re-energized with projects like the Cobblestone Hotel opening in 2026. Big Mike's Steakhouse is coming up here, and the Hilton brand hotel with new restaurants. I really hope all this pans out, because this would be such an amazing thing for Bay Minette and Baldwin County as a whole. The plans are really focused on economic development, housing diversity, and quality of life enhancements. And the people in Bay Minette deserve this. And this is also a location many people already want to move to, so they should make it that much more desirable. They're already improving roads that we've seen, utilities, and connectivity to meet the future demand. The Novelis project alone is going to be one heck of a game changer for North Baldwin County, and we are here for it. When it comes to neighborhoods in Bay Minette, a popular one is the Westwood subdivision. It's a charming tucked away pocket of homes in an established area with beautiful mature trees, giving it that peaceful small town feel that we all know and love. Even though it's kind of kitty corner / across the street from the Walmart, and it's also just steps from Quincy Compressor for those that are working there, it still manages to stay quiet and serene. The location is incredibly convenient. The community is known for being safe, and it's one of the more sought-after spots in this town. Jillian Place is another really nice spot in Bay Minette. It's just a single cul-de-sac with maybe like 20 homes. They're all surrounded by gorgeous tree lines that give it that nice private feel. And that's actually a common theme here. You won't find sprawling master plan communities or subdivisions yet, as much as you'll see small clusters of homes or quiet streets lined with houses, often without an HOA. Many are classic ranch-style homes, and some sit on slightly larger lots, giving you a little extra breathing room between you and your neighbors. There's nothing cookie cutter here. While there are new developments coming to Bay Minette, it still has a strong small town character, and right now it's still very possible to find homes in the low $200,000 range. Now, I've got a teeny tiny town I can't leave out of this video, and that's Silver Hill. The population here is a little over 2,000 people, and while you might be tempted to think, yeah, no thanks, hear me out. This small town is incredibly convenient, sitting right between Fairhope and Robertsdale, giving you quick access to all the shopping and dining and amenities that both of those towns have to offer. Homes here can still be found under $300,000, and there are even new construction communities with gold fortified homes starting right around that price point. Downtown Silver Hill is pure charm. Think Old Town feel with historic character and a real sense of community. They host plenty of local events, so you're not just in a tiny dot on the map. You're in a close-knit, welcoming town that's perfectly positioned in the middle of some of the best places that Baldwin County has to offer. One drawback or a reservation I sometimes hear from clients about Silver Hill is that there are quite a few manufactured homes, and occasionally you'll come across properties that look a bit more rundown, maybe with older vehicles, campers, or extra items stored in the yard. But honestly, that's just part of life in rural areas, and Lower Alabama is at its very core very rural. It's not unique to Silver Hill. You'll see it in some degree in almost every single town I'm covering in this video. It's just part of the character and variety you get in these communities. Okay, now let's head over to what I like to call Central Baldwin County. This is where you'll find Loxley, Robertsdale, and Summerdale. These three growing towns in central Baldwin County attract a mix of families, working professionals, and retirees thanks to their affordability, location, and small town charm. They all sit just within minutes from one another. Summerdale is about 5 miles south of Robertsdale via Highway 59, and Loxley is just west, making it easy to move between them for work, school, or shopping. Job opportunities here include logistics and warehouse positions, pretty popular in Loxley's industrial park with employers like Ace Hardware and ALDI. When it comes to affordability, you can find plenty of homes under $300,000, especially in Loxley, where the median price hovers around $275K, with similar price points in Robertsdale and Summerdale. In Loxley, I recommend the Lakeland community. We actually just helped a retired couple from Colorado buy in there. Shout out to Frank and Kathy. Their home is just above $300,000, solid brick, welcoming front porch, 2-car garage, vaulted ceilings, 4 beds, beautiful covered porch, fence and yard, everything you could want in a home you can find here for a very reasonable price. In all three of these towns, you can expect to find small cul-de-sacs and quiet dead-end streets sprinkled throughout the countryside with well-kept homes. Many are solid brick, some will have metal roofs, and a lot will be priced under $300,000. And the best part is you can find one with no HOA restrictions. Central Baldwin County is truly a place where you can find peaceful country living, a little extra space to spread out, and the kind of quiet that's hard to come across these days. These communities are about 10 to 15 miles from bayfront spots like Daphne's Village Point and Fairhope Municipal Pier. You'll also be 30 miles from Mobile Regional Airport and roughly 45-ish miles from Pensacola International Airport. And many retirees do settle here, but the area is not retirement only. Residents here enjoy safe, welcoming neighborhoods, local parks, and growing amenities. Plus, my favorite perk is that Buc-ee's is right in Robertsdale, so you have easy access to brisket or pulled pork sandwiches, all the beaver nuggets your little heart desires. Or if you're like me, you'll go straight for the chicken burrito. Tony's a sucker for their banana pudding, so having that right there, it's pretty awesome. Needless to say, I love when we get to show homes in this area because we always make a pit stop for lunch at Buc-ee's. If you choose to live in this area, you also get a front row seat to the Baldwin County Strawberry Festival right at Loxley Municipal Park. This is one of the most anticipated festivals of the year, drawing crowds every single April. It transforms into a lively carnival and community hub filled with arts and crafts vendors, live entertainment, and delicious sweet treats. Families from all over come here to enjoy the festive atmosphere, shop unique handmade goods, and indulge in the star of the show, the famous strawberry shortcake. Here in Lower Alabama, we have so many celebrations and family-friendly traditions. All of them are packed with local charm and good old-fashioned fun. It makes living here very wholesome, and that's just another reason why so many people move here, honestly. So when you move here, get ready for a packed calendar with all the annual festivals like the Fairhope Arts and Crafts Festival, the Jubilee Festival of Arts, the Orange Beach Festival of Art, the Hot Air Balloon Festival, Honeybee Festival in Robertsdale, the OWA Arts and Crafts Festival in Foley, Mudbugs and Margaritas. It's never ending, and I know I'm missing like 30 more. And I didn't even mention Mardi Gras. Down here in Baldwin County, it's like a small town twist on the big New Orleans version, but better. There are so many parades. You'll see kids catching beads, moon pies, and all sorts of trinkets. The local crews go all out on their floats and costumes, and the whole thing runs for a good 2 to 3 weeks leading up to Fat Tuesday. Pretty much everyone gets in on it, locals, snowbirds, even tourists who just happen to be in town. The schools even have something called Mardi Gras Break, which is a week off of school to celebrate. Businesses are closed. People get off work early, and it's a regular holiday down here. We've got parades in all the towns like Fairhope, Daphne, Foley, Mobile, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach. And instead of the wild, crazy vibe, it's super family friendly. All right, now staying on topic and speaking of Foley, if you've been Googling most affordable places to live in Baldwin County, Alabama, there's no doubt in my mind that you come across Foley. And right now, you've got hundreds of choices for homes under $300,000 in Foley, from older houses in well established neighborhoods to brand new construction homes where you can still pick finishes like flooring or exterior colors. Summerrest, Hidden Lakes, Fish River Acres, Ashford Park, those are a few communities in Foley that you can absolutely find homes well under $300,000. One of the things I love most about Foley is that you will have no problem finding a home with no HOA. And many of the communities that do have an HOA, they're very relaxed and will still allow you to park your boat or your RV in the backyard. You can also find homes close to Fish River that aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg, and it would in places like, say, Fairhope. Foley is geographically really, really big. So I prefer homes that are in South Foley because those homes can put you anywhere from 7 to 10 miles from Gulf Shores Public Beach. Now, if you're in Northern Foley, you might still find yourself driving 45 minutes to get down to the beach, even though you're very close. Foley has truly been a godsend for so many of our retired couples who sold their homes in northern or western or eastern states, and they wanted to trade in high costs for a simpler, more affordable lifestyle. Many of them came here with cash in hand from their home sale, looking for something reasonably priced that allows them to stay debt-free while enjoying all the perks of coastal living. And Foley hits that sweet spot. It's close enough to the beaches for Gulf Shores and Orange Beach for regular visits, yet far enough to avoid the higher price tags and heavy tourist traffic. Add in the lower cost of living, safe neighborhoods, and a welcome community, and it's no wonder so many retirees see Foley as the perfect place to settle down, stretch their retirement savings, and enjoy a slower, sunnier pace of life. Now, moving over to Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, it's still possible to find condos priced under $300,000, especially in older buildings or smaller complexes set a little further back from the beachfront. It's important to note, on paper, that price point can make these properties look like a steal compared to newer high-rise units. But the real cost comes when you factor in the HOA fees. Monthly HOA dues in this range typically run anywhere from $300 to $700 a month, depending on the amenities, location, and whether utilities are included. While those fees cover things like building insurance, exterior maintenance, pools, gyms, and sometimes water or cable, they can add thousands of dollars per year to your housing costs, making a condo that seemed affordable at first glance a much bigger monthly commitment. So don't fall in love right away with a condo under $300,000 close to the beach, because there might be some added costs that you're not incorporating. For buyers on a tight budget or fixed income, it's important to calculate that total cost before falling in love with the purchase price alone. When it comes to single-family homes in Gulf Shores, you may find a few listed under $300,000, but it's important to pay attention to the HOA fees. Again, if there's no HOA or the dues are very low, chances are the home will need significant updates or repairs. It could be a true fixer-upper in that price point of $300,000 and below. But for some buyers, taking on that work is 100% worth it just to own a place in Gulf Shores, and I totally get that. And if that's you, more power to you. But if you're hoping for something move-in ready or recently updated in that price range, finding that in Gulf Shores or Orange Beach is not that realistic. All right, folks, there you have it, your guide to Baldwin County neighborhoods under $300,000. From artsy Fairhope to family and retiree hubs like Spanish Fort and Foley, there's a perfect fit for every lifestyle and budget. Let us know which town caught your eye in the comments, and don't forget to call us today so that we can help you find your perfect community and new home down here in Lower Alabama. Again, my name is Jessica. We are the #1 relocation team in all of Baldwin County, and we look forward to talking to you.